Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody. We are back here again tonight. We have Rainbow Six Siege looking to finish off NECC activation. Last week they unfortunately couldn't play with their full roster. They were playing with a substitute player, which was in fact myself. We ended up losing both maps 7-5, 7-5. First one was to Arcadia on Border, and the second was to Central Methodist University on, I believe it was Oregon. Unfortunately, since I was the one playing in the match, as I am the substitute for Rainbow Six, we couldn't stream it here, so we just had to kind of do what we could. But this time we are back. We have the full roster, and we are ready to get into it. We're just waiting for the other team, I believe, to join the lobby, so we have to wait for them. So the first match, we have Western Colorado. If I remember correctly, they were a emergence team last semester. Not 100% sure. I do know one of the teams was in champions, and it's looking like they'll be moved down, and the other team is in emergence, and they're looking like they'll be moved up. I don't remember it very well from what I talked to Dave earlier. So very interesting stuff, but we will have to wait for them to hop on in. I apologize for the camera. I guess it just doesn't like that angle. I'll have to figure this out for the next stream, but for whatever reason, it is just bugging out really hard, like repeatedly when I have that camera up. I don't know why. Maybe the lighting's just a bit weird. I'll figure that out for next time, because you guys have seen in other games it's not an issue, but in this one it is for some reason. I think we only have a few players in the lobby, and they're all LVC players, so we still have a fair bit of time, I would assume. This match was supposed to start at 8, I believe, so
yeah,
we are waiting on them, but I believe Dave's messaging them and such, so just going to be waiting for them to hop on into the lobby. And in the meantime, we will just continue to have that camera up. I will see if I can fix it while it's still running, but not 100% sure what's going on with that over there. Hopefully it kind of fixes itself, as I'm not really sure why it would be doing what it's doing. But we'll be back when we're closer to starting the map here on Cafe. Alrighty, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, let me turn my microphone down. I was just blowing your ears out. I apologize. We are now ready to get into it. From what I had heard from the players, it was a game issue that happens, which if most of you in the chat are actually like Rainbow people, you would understand. If you're not, then you're with me, and I don't know. It just happens apparently. So
It happens quite a lot, actually. It's really annoying.
So we are now ready to start the game as we are going to pop on into it. We are on Cafe for map number 1. LVC going to be starting on the attack. All right, now the start of the ban phase. Western Colorado got a ban first. I guess I could do with moving up the the name tags there, as you can see. You can literally see like the names above, and that's very unfortunate. I apologize for that, but it's whatever. First ban going to be Thatcher. We see this even last semester. I believe there's an update that changed a few things over the break, right? Or am I wrong on that?
I can't remember if this update came out before or after the break, but they do have EMP grenades now on some
I believe that did come out during the break.
Okay.
I think I remember that coming out during the break.
So Thatcher is still a pretty strong ban, but there is a little bit of a counter to that ban because there are operators that can bring in basically the same EMP type grenades for that. So you are probably going to see a couple of those if there's some major walls to break down. Jackal and Valkyrie are going to be the bans for LVC. Also pretty common. Valkyrie with her cameras can be extremely annoying on offense. So
I was getting duped when I was attacking. When I played last week, I was getting duped by those cams. I mean, I was also sitting in the easiest to kill spots in the whole game. So I mean, there's also that. I'm like,
it's a learning curve, you know?
I'm on border, sitting on like the stairs, and then I look at my screen. I flick away because I see a flashbang. I didn't know that the flick is not in the game anymore. I flick away, then I flick back, flashbang again. As I flick away, flick back, I get hit by another flashbang, and then I get hit by a fourth flashbang, and I'm still blinded. I'm full white 4 times in a row, and it's like, well, okay, well, I'm just dead, and then I die. Because eventually 4 flashbangs becomes enough to kill someone.
So we are going to see them go 3rd floor for their first offensive round here at Western Colorado. And pretty common picks. We are going to see Pulse, so we'll see a little bit of play below. And 2nd floor, Wamai to get those grenades. Mozzie, which is usually it can be a substitute if Valk is banned. Mute and, of course, Jaeger for some more grenades, which I'm sure they've watched a little bit of LVC. LVC really does like to have grenades on their team. As you can see, they do have an Iona, which is going to be their source of grenades for now.
And from what I remember to an extent, this is a fairly standard setup for LVC. Granted, they have pretty much kept the same roles except for subbing and reliable. They're going to be on the Ash. He's just kind of a fill player right now. Trying to remember what button it is. I apologize.
Oh,
there we go.
X. Okay. I couldn't remember either. It's okay. I was clicking a bunch of stuff. I was like, I can't remember what it is to put it on.
This is Plexios with that DMR. He has been talking about this thing for the past week and a half. He loves it. I don't know why. I personally hate DMRs in any game, so like I don't know why he's so adamant. But if it works, I mean, it's Plexios. He just does whatever he wants. To be quite honest, he doesn't care. And also, I just called him by his real name. I meant to say Plexios, but he didn't know his real name's Michael.
So we are going to see both of these hatches open, and they're looking to drop red here at first. A large amount of the defense is sitting on that 1st floor, and it looks like someone might be thinking about popping out here, trying to get a kill on the wall.
Boo just looking for any angle he can get. Going to be just kind of staring at the wall for a second, maybe seeing if he can get the angle, and we're going to see Minimum get a good hit on that Pulse, but he's not going to hit the...
Emporium is going to take out 2 from Western Colorado while the Pulse misses that C4. In the meantime, he's going to look for some more kills there. And we're going to see if Davis Davis might have this person on first floor.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't obvious, it does say Davies that LVC. He changed his name for some reason. It's Davis. It's the same person. Davis gonna get that spot with the drone onto Boo. Free kill for him as I believe Boo was trying to look through the window. Now minimum gonna be in a 2v4 here with Cam, who's on the mod. Never mind, it's a 1v4, and he's just gonna be sprinting up the stairs. And Emporium gets a 4K.
4K.
Map or round 1.
Starting out strong over here.
Good work from Emporium to find 4 kills in the round.
Some great looks on Iona there. In the meantime, we're not going to see much change up from LVC so far on offense, but we are going to see defense go first. Never mind. Second floor, it appears, so far. Reading and Fireplace, which is usually a third pick after they've won Kitchen and second floor and third floor. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. They're definitely trying to change up the strats a little bit, which is pretty understandable considering how quick that last round went, unfortunately for them.
Something else I want to mention real quick. This is a best of 1. It is NECC activation. I've been saying this the past 2 weeks for pretty much every series, or for pretty much every series. Not quite every single one, but most of them. NECC activation is important, but it's not important at the same time. So, like, if you lose, it's not a major hit. Unless if you're one of those border teams where, like, you were in Challengers last season and then you went 0-35. So you're fighting for your life to stay in Challengers and you're just struggling against an emergency team. Then you know you're going to get moved down. Stuff like that. So, for LVC, I think they're still solidified in Challengers, in my opinion. So this still matters, obviously, but it's not a huge deal if they lose, as long as they don't get blown out. And so far, it looks like they're in a good spot to take this one, at least based off the first round.
It does look like not only are they changing up the sites, but they are changing up the ops, looking to stop that rush with a little Capcan action, bringing a zombie, maybe to create some angles, and I'm sure Broker's a little bit of a safety pick as well there.
You're going to see the Senate up here, top red. It's not going to spot anything just yet. Dave looking confused as he gets the wall there. And Livid with some good shots there on to Plexios' second drone, if you will. And now he's going to have at least a little bit of info. He's playing the Capcan here. Maybe he can find a angle on one of these LVC players. They get droned out, though. They know where he is now, minimum. Also bringing in that Rook. So all the players of Western Colorado going to have that extra health, that extra shield. The Senate slowly but surely working his way down. Red stairs, reliable, gets put a bit weak. Still playing that Ash. Actually, the comp didn't change at all for LVC, which makes sense, as worked really well in the last round. And
he did manage to put some shots on the Capcan there, as though. And
Plexio's going to fall to Cam. Not really sure where. And Livid going to get the drop onto Reliable. Reliable maybe not expecting that push either.
Also, Plexios is going to go down, so that's 2 members right now.
Great shots from Emporium. Great reaction time.
He won't get another kill there. 4v3.
Still doable for LVC, and you can see Emporium maybe wanting to go through that hatch there. Davis is going to rotate over. I believe that was Davis. It may have been.
Ooh, shot in the back here.
Claude
We're going to see a little bit there, and I'm pretty sure it was from Davies.
He's doing a great job of just kind of roaming around, but I think they know where he is at this point. It's marks one player's at. The Senate gets a headshot on the minimum. Trade is there, though, so still in favor of Western Colorado.
Does look like a 2v3, and the Senate is quite low. Davis is going to have to start pushing in a little bit more here.
We'll see if what he does. I believe he knows his players on that pillar. I think he droned that out, so it's like he likely knew. And he gets the drop on to Boo, but doesn't take him down. So now he's going to kind of be pinched, but reads that flank perfectly. Obviously going to get that notification as well. That player's outside. Gets the flick on to Boo. Can he get the third? Yes, he can! Fantastic round from Davis to close it out. The reads are very, very strong from him, and he manages to close it out with a 3-piece.
Coming from behind, even though it's only one person, sometimes that's a little bit harder than you would think. So it's nice to see that LVC didn't crumble there when they lost a couple players. Once again, we're going to see a similar lineup from them. I mean, don't change what's working, you know?
Yeah, there's not really much of a reason to change, at least at this current moment in time. They have had 2 phenomenal rounds, closed out both by huge plays from the members of LVC. We'll see if they can continue to replicate that performance as we head down to the kitchen.
Once again, we're going to see a little bit of change up here. First floor kitchen. Great pick from Western Colorado, looking to change the tides here with some Bandit and Kaid. They're looking to get all the walls and the hatches, although it does appear that they've been droned out.
We'll see.
Looks like they're also bringing a Thunderbird for some health, so if they get tagged by LVC, it looks like they'll be able to recover a little bit better. Emporium is going to switch off to Amaru, and Plexios is going to be playing IQ here.
Dave also going to switch up to Sledge, and we'll see the Senate be the one to pick up Dokebi this time around rather than Plexios. And
looks like
on Buck.
Most people are going to be sitting on site for LVC here. They're not going to try and roam too much. I'm sure they'll have one person at least on second floor, though. Maybe not.
A lot more soft breaching, too, as well, with the Buck and the Sledge picks there for LVC. We have seen Reliable play that soft breaching role for the most part, but he's going to continue to with Dave helping
with the first call from Dokebi, who is now being played by the Senate.
Minimum just trying to find a spot to put down that battery. For now, I think he still keeps it in his pocket. He does have 2 to place down. And already, Plexios going to find a kill down low. And another call going to come in from the Senate. See if Plexios can find more, but no one around him at the moment. Just taking out cams and getting some space cleared.
The rest of them are pretty much, well, no, most of them except for Kaid here, who's sitting closet, probably waiting for Plexios.
Nade's going to go
pretty close to site.
Now you can hear the nades getting tossed out. Plexios just starting to mark up all these objectives using that IQ gadget. EMP gonna go down and take out that Kaid. I guess I don't really know the actual. Now Dave looking to open up the entire floorboard.
It's a great strat. Looking from above here.
Taking a few
He might get a nade kill.
Nade's gonna go a bit to the left. So nothing right now. Livid in a bad spot though. Bua is gonna pick up Dave. So at least something back. A couple things back for the side of Western Colorado. They've turned it around as now they have a 4v3 advantage. Not that it's a huge lead at the moment, but certainly helpful to have in the round. Now just a minute remaining as well.
Looks like Reliable might be, never mind. I was going to ask if he was looking to make his way downstairs there, but it looks like he's going to meet up with the rest of the team. And instead, Plexios might be asking him to at least open a wall.
And Reliable
does appear
gets
so.
it open. He's going to also take a few shots into the floor, but they don't have a lot of time left. They got 35 seconds. They need to find a site, and they need to execute. Obviously, they are not in a great position, too, as Minimum going to pick up the Senate and make that situation just a bit worse. Plexios gets a spot and a lot of damage onto Minimum, but still able to keep his life. But now there's basically 0 time remaining. They're just going to have to fall into sight. Plexios gets one, gets a flick onto another, but Reliable going to get stacked with that C4. Tough round for LVC to lose there, but took a lot of time on that entry.
Yeah, that's a great play from Cam Louie over there as well. Just perfect placement at that time. They ran the timeout, and they knew they were going to drop because they were all above. There wasn't much choice left. We are going to see Warden pulled out and a general. Oh, and a fuse from a Reliable over here.
Still can change it, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that stays. They're the side of Western Colorado hasn't really played to stop something like a fuse, so if they get the proper angle, they can get a lot of damage done. Especially because I don't know how much info LVC has on it, but they have been playing heavily on site. They haven't been deviating too far from it, so we'll see if that continues to be an issue. But for now, we're going to see the players of Western Colorado get their setup going, pick up those Rook shields as well.
I was going to mention that you said they hadn't been deviating too much. They don't have too much vertical play here, which is extremely different from LVC, as you see them almost always taking second floor control and then looking to drop down from that. It does look like right now they're not going to have like pretty much anyone on site, just this Thunderbird who's still setting up.
I also see a good counter pick to that. Not that the side of Western Colorado would know, but they just blind countered Reliable by picking up that Jaeger.
Hopefully. It only has 2 burns before it has to reset, though.
Yeah.
So as long as you're sitting like pretty much on it, you should be fine. And as long as it's, of course, not right over top of you. It does look like Western Colorado is taking that hit and trying to hold that 3rd floor, play a little bit more vertically.
Davis going to get a spot on that player in Freezer. Not a lot they can do about it right now, but they may be able to get him cornered into that room if they manage to clear out the rooms around him and isolate that fight. John's just slowly ringing out.
Does look like I think it's Plexios. No, Emporium has dropped and is looking at Christmas. Reliable with the first frag of the round on Claude.
I believe that was the player in Freezer as well. I could be wrong, but I believe it was. So now that's going to be a lot of control up on this top floor for LVC. Livid still hiding in a corner up here, so he could be dangerous as he gets one on that pinch. Good play from Livid. Very patient stuff as well. The Senate gets dropped, and Reliable going to get his second for the round. Takes out Livid, so he's only going to be able to find one. And all 3 of those Jaeger ADSs are just stacked on the one wall, so that could be very dangerous, especially now with LVC having that information. Reliable still being alive. He could do a lot of damage.
It does look like here Thunderbird has exited its site for a little bit, looking for possibly a kill on Heaven. Anyone who seems to over-peak is really what they're looking for here. And in the meantime, Rook is watching Red stairs and Mozzie's sitting on stage. They're a little spread out, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, they did lose that vertical play.
And now we're going to hear the ringing out of the home renovations from Reliable. Plexios picks up one on the other side as well. Now he's just going to dive into the site with his drone. See if he can spot any players of Western Colorado. Plexios just watching over his teammate planting the diffuser. Cam going to have a good angle. Does he have a good angle? I don't know if he can. Yes, he can. Oh. Good tap from Cam, but now he's going to be the last one left alive. Plant diffuser is also down as Cam, the last player left up. Fantastic angle from him to at least pick off Plexios, but he's got a lot more work ahead of him and only 30 seconds to do it. Not actually 30. I think, how long is the defuse in this game? Is it 7.5? I don't know. Reliable. Going to find his 3rd kill of the round there and going to close it out for LVC.
He's doing really well, and he's a newer player as well, so he's had to start to mesh with this team a lot faster than most of the other players who have been playing with each other for a good semester and a half, probably a bit over the summer as well. And he's doing amazing work. As you can see, he's 4-2, extremely positive. He used to be on the Valorant team.
He still is. He's on Valorant Team 2 right now, and he also he played for Overwatch last semester as well. Something about Reliable here is that he did play Rainbow Six, not originally play Rainbow Six, but he did play it before. He has a fair bit of experience. I don't know if it was competitive experience, but it was experience playing the game regardless. So he's not completely unaware of it, but he also is still newer, especially with all of the characters that have been added since he last had played.
I'm a little curious about why Western Colorado is so insistent on going reading and fireplace. It's not an uncommon pick, but it's usually not this highly favored for a team when you have 2nd floor open like they currently do. We're going to see Davey switch off to Nomad, the Senate onto Sledge, Plexios onto Iana, and Emporium onto IQ. So we are going to see a little bit of switch, but mostly it's the same from last round. All 4 of them spawning dogs.
We'll see Reliable stick with that fuse as well. And some good clearance with it last round, getting some players off the site, allowing Dave to get that plant. See where these players of LVC decide to go.
It does look like they're going to keep a couple people on site. They are having a Warden play in 1st floor here, so looking to maybe grab some people who happen to wander a little too far from the goals. And they did also bring an Echo, which is very different from before. Going to give some extra cams and hopefully some plant denial if they're using it right. It does look like Mozzie's going to stack heaven here, looking for anyone who might drop just a little too fast, a little too far.
A similar play to what we saw, I believe it was Livid do last round, but this time going to be picked up by Cam. See the Echo drone get a couple hits on that concussion, but it's not really going to lead to any players falling. In fact, Dave's going to be the first one. And Cam gets a couple shots down, but no one going to be out for LVC. And as I shots very shaky from Cam. Also a lot of barriers to go through.
And he's just going to get taken out from pretty much every angle. In the meantime, Livid takes the trade with Reliable there.
See Plexios now looking to roam about. This is sort of his role for the most part, just kind of fly around, see if he can find anyone out in the open. Minimum's still getting hits with those concussions off the drones, but it's not really going to do much other than give the information to Western Colorado, maybe slow down the players of LVC just a little bit, but nothing insanely much.
105 left in the round coming up here. So they haven't delayed too much here. Oh.
Minimum gonna fall to Plexios. Good shots from Plexios to find Livid down low, and now just a 2v4 once again, and boo.
Unfortunate whiffs there. He's gonna be taken down to 50.
Minimum
but Echo's gonna get a kill there.
Now it's still a 3v2 for LVC. Although Boo's going to be at a little bit less than half health there. Minimum, I believe, gets a spot on the feet of one of the players of LVC there. So, going to at least be able to call that one out. Boo looking to rotate through Train. She has one right on the other side of the wall from him and gets down. Not out yet. Minimum finds a double kill. Now it's a 1v1. Dave and Minimum.
This is a great round for him. That's three or four kills so far. 3 kills so far.
Dave
if he
gonna
gets this last one, he can clutch the round, but it looks like he'll have to work on defusing first. Diffuser is planted in A site, I believe. Yep.
As Dave gets the... Muted. There we go. As you can see, the players of LVC hyped about that one. Now, LVC up 4-1.
It does look like they're going to switch off Western Colorado going to basement, or well, not basement, first floor instead of second floor as they've been doing for a while. They are going to bring a Doc and a Thunderbird, so they're really looking to stick in there with some heals, and they're bringing 2 trap operators, Capcan and Frost. So they're trying to stick that rush before it happens, but unfortunately for them, I don't think they have too much they can do about that vertical play from LVC because their hold just isn't strong enough on that second floor together. And, well, unfortunately for them, this is very much so a second floor vertical play site. But I believe they did win it before.
Yeah, I believe so. As
might be looking at a second round for them here.
This is also the last round of the first half, so we will see LVC switch to defense and after this round, and we very well may only need to win 2 rounds if they play their cards right here. Is we'll see the Senate stick with that Havana and also have the Diffuser.
They are going to keep their Echo. He did extremely well last round. Unfortunately, it did not go his way, but it was a valiant effort on his part. We are going to see Emporium immediately boost up into third floor Christmas tree and make his way to White Stairs. It doesn't look too much like they're trying to hold anything except... Nope, they are looking for a...
This could be a huge C4, but it's going to miss. Claude not quite going to hit that. As Boo going to fall to the Senate.
It looks like...
Emporium
and
gets shot in the
Emporium's
back.
looking the wrong way there.
Claude in a good position still, and that's 2 for him. His first 2 of the game. 2 huge ones as well, as he's still being called.
That puts them on the advantage now. If they can hold...
On the flanks.
The right idea just couldn't hit the shots there.
Plexios very, very weak, though. He's going to get the access to the cameras of Western Colorado.
and it does look like most of them are going to be left on first floor. Pretty close to site, although I think Frost is the farthest one away here. Echo is, as he should be, sitting on site. And I believe Doc is there as well. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to use those stims too much because, well, there's not much to use it.
Livid might be playing more so for keeping himself alive on the site as well, as he still has 3 of those whatever, I don't know what the name of the...
Oh, Thunderbirds.
No,
Oh, his stims.
the
Sorry.
stims. I mean, there's stims in literally every game. I just couldn't think of the word.
I zoned out for like 2 seconds and had no idea what you were talking about. I was watching Davis and I was like waiting for someone to just peek a little too far.
Dave just opening as many boards on that floor as he can. Just trying
They
to find
are
an
running out of time. Once again, it looks like they might end up dropping the match again unless they can get another kill. And it's 3v3 with Plexios at such low. The odds don't really look in their favor too much. Let's take a look at... Well, there goes a drone.
Minimum just put a whole clip into that drone, but it does get taken out regardless. Now he's going to be looking up top, but gets shot in the back of the skull. Dave going to find that one onto Minimum. Now LVC just need to get onto the site, and they may very well have the spacing to do so. Dave in the Senate going to fall right down in. So far, nobody here, but we'll see if they can get the angles. And looks like so far it's going to be all Western Colorado. Plexios at about
One more draw.
2 health in this one. He gets the win there, but Western Colorado going to pick up that one as Plexios just runs out of time. At least finds one, but the second player going to be a bit too far away. So
a great play for time there from them. They really didn't peek anything that they didn't have to. They stayed away from the holes. They played site extremely well. It looks like first floor might be their floor. Unfortunately, though, we are going to be switching, and we're going to see that third floor bar and cocktail lounge site. So we are going to see Emporium pick up Solus. Great pick. She is a new operator that came out over, I believe, over break as well. And she's kind of like an IQ, but for defense. She's extremely effective, at least in my opinion so far. It's absolutely entertaining to the max to watch her.
LVC gonna take this third floor control here. We'll see if they're able to hold it. We did see Western Colorado struggle a fair bit with this one. We'll see how LVC decides to position themselves.
Well,
see the ADS is going down from Reliable over in that piano room.
I have a feeling we're going to see a Christmas hold from our zombie Plexios. I've seen him do quite a couple on Christmas Tree, and they work extremely well. I don't think I've seen anyone play them nearly as well as he has, so I'm looking forward to watching that. On the offensive side, we do have an IQ, a Flores, Ayana, Hibana, and Osa, something LVC usually doesn't like to see as an Osa, and we haven't seen a Flores so far this map, but it's good to see him coming out for a little bit.
Gonna see that Claymore go down all the way under or at the ground level. Livid already getting an angle early, finds some shots onto Plexios. Good angle from Livid, doesn't take him down though, so Plexios still gonna be
like
alive.
He's too phased by it as he continues on his way, setting up.
Tossing out some of those shields. We'll see how he's able to use them to his advantage. Livid's still trying to find this angle on the Plexios, but not gonna get a spot any further than that. Cam gonna toss a nade, a couple of nades over the freezer, but no one gonna be home. So
it does look like Boo might look into dropping here.
Boo gonna look to follow up this drone after gets a bit more space for the side of
We
Western
are gonna
Colorado.
see the Senate in Cigar, which we see quite a lot with Mute Shotgun. It's a hell of a play.
And Emporium gonna be the one to find the first blood in this round. Takes down Minimum. All the players of most of the players of LVC have been having solid games so far.
The Senate with that kill from Cigar. Unfortunately, I switched off of just as it happened. Of course.
We'll see Livid toss down the flash. Cam get a spot into one of those players. Claude just trying to get a kill over top of that shield, but Plexios gonna have one of his own. Now Claude Claude getting some audio over here at this train window. Emporium looking for all of the util he can find, and now it's a 5v2. Senate finds another kill. Livid takes down Plexios though. As now it's all down to Claude and Livid here, looking to get either onto a site or.
It looks like Livid could maybe come up behind this this Malusi. Oh, getting the kill on Reliable there.
Good shots from Livid to find the head of Reliable. Now it's a more manageable situation. Looking in.
A little twitchy though.
Let's see if he's able to, what angles he's able to pick up. Just trying to watch everything, but can only see so much when you're with your eyes. There's trying not to get picked off away from his teammate. Claude may still be outside of the map. Yes, Claude is still.
Oh.
Livid not gonna hit those shots onto whatever that object, whatever that was. I'm not 100%
I'm not
sure.
either.
I thought it was an ADS,
like
but
Claude's
it might
gonna
have.
drop
And the Senate gonna find another kill.
with
now
the trade though.
it's a 2v1, and there's the diffuser. So looks like LVC is certainly gonna take this round because Claude's just gonna have to sprint onto his site, and he's being watched. So LVC 1 round away from taking this map and taking their first match in activation. Put themselves at 1-2 in activation as they head into the next series against University of Windsor.
As a more general play, we are going to see first floor kitchen and service and cooking, which is a little bit more common than the second floor plays we were seeing from Western Colorado. I'm not sure if they're trying to plan something particular or use a particular strat. Maybe they're trying to perfect something. Unfortunately for them, it didn't seem to be working too well, but I'm sure we'll see them come out a little bit more on offense here as LVC tries to hold. We are going to see Kaid. We are not going to see the bandit that we saw from Western, and Plexios is going to be rolling as Oryx, so that should be an interesting sight. Emporium on Solus, as we saw last round, he did pretty well, although there were a couple close shots there at the window. As a second denial for walls and hatches, we are going to see Davis on a Rooney.
Looks like we still see at the side of Western Colorado, trying to figure out what they want to go for here. Looks like the line will be the op of choice there for Cam. And we'll see Boo switch onto that ace.
A great pick, I believe. Lion is used, if Lion's used correctly, he's extremely well as long as your push is, or extremely good, I should say, sorry. As long as your push is coordinated, absolutely top. So, interesting.
And Cam gonna immediately go to break down that main door wall.
In the meantime, Livid's gonna be droning, and so is Claude.
Boo gonna be working with minimum here, see if they can spot anything down low early, but for right now, it's not gonna be a whole lot. As Boo tosses his utility down onto that wall there, taking out a Cam, and now he's gonna run into the player of LVC. I believe that's the Senate. Gonna put a couple bullets into Boo. Still alive though, and still has a fair bit of health. Emporium gonna be the first one to fall. Livid gonna take that pick up there. I believe that was on the second floor.
It was.
Claude takes down Dave. Livid though might get picked off there, and he does. Just gets caught sprinting. Claude finds a double.
It's left to Plexios and Reliable, and it looks like Plexios is up here roaming. Might be looking to take out their IQ.
Maybe in a good spot to do so as well, as Plexios just turns at the wrong time. Managed to at least get out of there at those dashes, but he's
left
at
at 1 health here.
Yeah, maybe 1 HP as he's going to fall, and that's the third on the round for Claude, and Reliable
with
finds
kill.
the first, but he's going to need 3 more. Have to be a hell of a round for him. As
it looks like they're going to try and pinch him here. He's going to have to decide one of them to push.
he gets the spot onto the head of Minimum, but Minimum going to have the better shot there.
A good try there. Unfortunately, a little outnumbered by Western, who came out in the offensive half.
And now they take 2 rounds in a row there. LVC still 2 rounds away from taking this map, so we'll see if they can manage to pick things up here. They aren't too far off as well. Both of these rounds, I believe, have came down to Actually, I almost said a massive lie. I was going to say both rounds came down to a 1v1. That was a complete lie. That was a 1v4.
I just don't think that applies.
Both offensive rounds for the side of Western Colorado have been solid so far.
Here we are going to see Western's favored site on the side of LVC, Reading and Fireplace here, and we are going to see Western also continue to blow out the Lion. I still think it's an absolutely fabulous choice. Livid with the gridlock, the Twitch, and Ace and Buck. So that it does look like they're looking to go a little vertical here, definitely to coordinate those pushes and stop the roamers in their tracks, hopefully, as they did that extremely well on Closet with Mr. Davis. It does look like they're looking to play a little bit more on third floor. As we can see, Alibi is up here as well. Livid's gonna start out with a drone. Something we see all too often. I'm never sad to see. It's always good to drone here. Claude is looking for an immediate kill as he's looking into sight on Fireplace here. And I believe that's Ace, who's also made his way up to look through those head holes. They both have eyes on sight, and it looks like Claude might have eyes on a person.
Shots ringing out, but no damage done to any of the players on the map just yet. Let's see how Western Colorado go about this. As you can see, that hatch getting destroyed there. Minimum just spotting and marking all of the utility from LVC and maybe getting a decent idea of where these players are at as well in the process. As Emporium going to be roaming down here, gets that hit with the pulse scanner. He's right on the other side of the field. Obviously, Emporium's not going to have that knowledge though, and now he's stuck in it.
It did look like he could spot him for a while there, and then he was just barely out of range. Neither of them took damage. He's looking to spot this guy again. Still just out of range for him.
Now, Emporium going to be able to take that.
I thought there were going to be some shots there.
Boo slowly crawling his way up, but Emporium finally going to get a kill. This one going to be onto Cam. This is the Lion down, so those scans are out of the picture here. As now Emporium is certainly known, his position is certainly known. Boo just trying to see if he's rotating out, but gonna shoot the wall he can, and Emporium's behind the reinforced one, so he's at least able to stay safe.
It looks like Gridlock's gonna be the one to push up here.
And Emporium
just
gets
spotting him.
Great timing, but he's going to get downed anyways and taken down. Livid gonna find that kill and get the timing that he wants.
A good spot there. I'm not really sure why they're too focused on opening up first floor here. Maybe that was
Livid and Boo trying to make their way through Train, but Dave gonna at least spot the one.
That's user down as well.
Livid gonna be in a position to pick this up, but certainly it's going to be watched. Claude gonna look to get through Library here. Gonna breach that reinforced barrier there. Maybe not.
Looks like the Senate might be coming out with a kill here.
Side of the wall and gets the down and trying to get the kill.
In the meantime, Plexio's
but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team of LVC picking up every other kill, so the Senate doesn't even need to finish that one as the rest of the team finds every kill on the map. Now into round number 10, LVC 1 round away from taking the map over in Western Colorado and heading to 1 and 2 in activation.
We are going to see pretty much the same people, only up on third floor. We are definitely going to see that Azami setup from Plexios. It might be a little bit later in the round, but we're going to see it. GC looking to go Ash, Living on the Gridlock. All good choices here. I still love to see that Lion come out, and it looks like we're also going to see an Amaru, maybe a little bit of a sight rush here from Western Colorado. It does look like the ADSs are going to go up. We do see that from Reliable. And in the meantime, they're going to open up, of course, the head holes onto Bathroom. Azami's going to take Christmas. And we'll probably see the Senate playing Cigar again with that shotgun, in which he did oh so well in a few rounds before. In the meantime, we don't really see any changes so far from Western Colorado. The clock is ticking down if they want to. doesn't look like they're going to use that repick, so they'll be sticking with Gridlock with the bomb, and we'll see how they push site. I'm sure we're going to see them make their way up for a little while. In the meantime, we're going to see that first Lion scan go out. Doesn't look like it's going to hit anybody, though.
And it looks like the first blood going to go to Emporium. A trade is immediate, but Reliable there to clean it up, too. And already 3 kills at the start of this round. Still 2.5 on the clock, and already 2 players from Western Colorado fall. And Dave also going to be at the spectating screen. Minimum going to take out Senate to even the odds, and we'll see how the rest of this goes. But Reliable finds a kill onto Cam. Already every kill going down
like
so
Minimum
quickly.
Is in, but Livid is still on the roof, probably looking for some toes up here, just to get a couple shots down, put him at a little bit more of an advantage in a 2v3. That's what you look
Minimum
for.
peeks the wrong angle. Lexio's going to find that one now. If Western Colorado wants to stay in this map, Livid needs to win this 1v3, and he's not in a great position to do so.
They are peeking him at every angle right now. They're playing extremely aggressive.
Reliable just holding the pistol. He doesn't want to risk reloading at the wrong time, so he's just going to be holding this.
Choice. We are going to see Emporium just vibing around a little bit, seeing if he can spot any util. Plexios is hanging out on that corner of the drop, just waiting.
Waiting for Livid, and Livid not in a great spot. Still has a lot of time to work with, but going to need a lot to go in his way if he wants to keep Western Colorado in this. It's not looking great so far, but maybe things will change.
Looks like he might be trying to find a different angle here.
Also, that running speed is very slow.
He's going to find Reliable. Yeah, the 3 speeds are something else.
One speeds?
The 1 speeds, yes, sorry, my bad. Well, 3 speeds are also something else because they're so few and far between at this point.
Yeah. Livid, 11 and 6. Certainly the player who's won in this situation, at least, is they have been finding a lot of kills. But
I think Plexios is going to get this
Plexios in a great
spot.
Now it's a 1v1, though.
Livid turning the round
Winnable.
around.
Emporium, though, at full health, so Diffuser going to go down here. We'll see if hit there. And does with the nade, and that's going to be the game.
With so few health, he had no choice, and unfortunately, there wasn't much to be done. A great play from Emporium, though.
And LVC going to take their first map of activation in a 7-3 victory. You can see the players a bit excited about that one. They certainly are happy with that performance. Look at the scoreboard. 2 players over 10 kills. Plexios 11 and 7. Dave 10 and 4. Great work from the boys of LVC as they go to 1 and 2 on activation. There will be another series here in just a couple minutes, I believe. It's supposed to start at 9. I believe it would probably start closer to 9:05, just based on when this one's finishing up. But we'll be right back. I'm going to end the stream, and once the stream ends, just keep refreshing your page, or even just let it sit there because it should auto restart anyways.
We'll be back.
And it'll restart the stream, and we will be right back as we get ready for the series against University of Windsor.